Hey everybody, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, well then, welcome and thanks for stopping by. So today what I'm going to talk about is review the latest guitar I purchased through Sweetwater. I have been waiting to find a Gibson that I could purchase and feel really comfortable on buying. I know out there we see a lot of YouTube videos that talk about, haven't been happy with what they got, had to send their guitars back, the quality of the finishes and the quality control has not been great. So I was a little bit leery about buying a Gibson, straight up. It's a lot of money when you're spending it. I want something that when it comes, I want it to look fantastic. I want it to play fantastic. And I want it something that's going to stay with me forever and then be sent down to my grandchildren once I'm no longer here. So a guitar came up that absolutely checked all the check boxes for me. And let's go ahead and pull it out and take a look at it. So, yes, I've already gone through and played it and worked it in a little bit and get a little feeling for it. But let's go ahead and open it up so you can see what it is. And you probably can already guess by the case, maybe not. But let's take a look. And you can see right here just how beautiful this guitar is. It is the Rick Beato Les Paul Special Double Cut in TV Blue Mist. Absolutely incredible guitar. So what is the reason why I decided to get this guitar? Well, there was a couple reasons. Actually three when you look at it. The first reason was I've been looking to find a guitar that had P90s that I really liked the look and how I thought it was going to feel great. So I love the idea of the P90s because out of all my guitars, I do not have any with P90s until now. The second thing that also hit a button for me was the fact that Rick Beato, as a YouTuber, is the first YouTuber to ever have a signature guitar. And if you don't know Rick Beato, I'm kind of surprised because he is one of the biggest music YouTubers on the internet right now. He's got 3.25 million subscribers, I think, somewhere around there. His channel covers everything from guitars to keyboards to music to interviews with some of the top artists, to countdowns to evaluations of music. He offers different music programs and music theory, and he just has so much going on his YouTube channel. It's one of the best ones out there. It's one that I always watch and pay attention to because you can learn a lot from it. The other thing that I got touched on was the fact that when Rick was first asked about doing a signature guitar, he said he really didn't want to. He doesn't like being paid for anything, so that he gives scathing reviews or whatever the case may be, something to that extent. But what they ended up coming to terms was that all proceeds that would have gone to Rick had directly sent to the Save the Music Foundation, which is an organization that brings music to children, whether it's guitars or whatever they have in their system that they do for the youth. And by doing that and giving that, he is getting music to children that otherwise would not have that opportunity. So to me, anything that deals with charities, and when you say, hey, I'm going to skip getting money to myself and it's going to go directly to charity, that really hits my heart and hits home with me. So that's another big reason why I decided to get the guitar. Now, I have listened to some of the YouTube channels out there saying that it's too expensive. It isn't too expensive. I think I paid around $1,900 for it. And then I also did get it plucked by Sweetwater. So it came a little over $2,000. However, the fact that, again, it goes to charity, it's an incredible guitar, and I'll talk about it in my final thoughts a little bit more about the guitar and what I think of the guitar overall. So with all that being said, let's get into the guitar itself. So first of all, the body is it's mahogany, and it has a satin nitrocellulose lacquer finish. The thing I like about the finish the most is the fact that you can see the grain through the actual finish. The finish doesn't feel like it's covered in plastic. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like the finish is too thick. It's almost like you can actually feel the grain when you take your hand and rub over it. You can actually feel the grain. So the guitar becomes more, for me, feels more part of my body when I'm playing it. It has a very slim taper. As you can see, the guitar itself is very slim. It is not like a standard Les Paul. It's not thick and bulky, and it's not heavy. And those were a couple things that I really liked. I believe it's about a 1/4 inch thinner than a Les Paul, which it may be even more, but the fact that it is thinner, it is lighter, I love it. And I do have a Les Paul. It's sitting behind me over there. But I really love this guitar. Again, it's, I would say it's more like an SG from a feel, but it feels stronger than an SG to me. It feels like it's just built really well. Then you'll notice right off the bat, on the electronic side, you have two P90s, which I talked about earlier, and I'm very excited about. They sound fantastic, but you'll get a chance to hear them. You got 2 volume and 2 tone controls. You have the black hat switch knobs, which I really like these because they're clear on the top. Hi, Foxy. So they're clear on the top, and they just have a nice modern look to them. So I like those as well. And then, of course, you have the 3-way selector switch. Oh, good girl. So Foxy came by to say hi to everyone. All right, and then let's talk about the hardware. You have the bridge type is a fixed bridge, which is what I absolutely love. And then, of course, you have the bridge design has the tune-o-matic, and, of course, the stop bar tailpiece as well. So overall, it fits everything I like. See, I'm not into the wiggle stick. That's just not something I normally would use. So this is something that I really like. And because of the hardtail, I feel the sustain is absolutely incredible. So the next thing, let's talk about the neck. The shape of the neck is, by the book, it's called rounded. And I guess I would consider it, yeah, it's rounded. But what I like is how well it fits in the palm of my hand. It just feels really comfortable in there. The other thing I like about it, oh yeah, it's a mahogany neck. Needed to mention that. And the scale is 24.75 inches. And obviously it has the set neck construction, which is really nice as well. The fingerboard is Indian rosewood, and the radius is a 12-inch radius. It has 22 medium jumbo frets, and of course it has the acrylic dot inlays, which you can see. And the nut width is about 1.695 inches, and it does have a binding around the neck, and that is a cream, single ply cream binding. Now, because I had the plec job done, I can't tell you if the frets would be as rounded and be in as good a shape or not if you got one brand new. But for me, it's absolutely perfect, and that's one of the reasons why I always use the Plec Pro service at Sweetwater. The tuning machines. Now let's talk about these a little bit. I am into, one is I love locking tuners. They are very important to me. I just love locking tuners because I feel they make a difference in how well your guitar stays in tune. Now, this does not have locking tuners, but what I found is, since I've been playing it for most of the week, this guitar has not gone out of tune. I notice that they feel very tight, and they seem to tune and just stay in tune since I've been tuning them. The other thing I like about these is I really like the white on the actual tuner ends. The tuner knobs, there we go. The tuner knobs, I actually think it looks beautiful. It just fits very well. And I'm okay with this vintage look, or classic look, whichever way you want to call it, which I don't normally lean towards. But this case, I don't know, with the blue, the amount of chrome that's on it, they seem like a vintage modern tuner, if that makes any sense to you. So, you know, that covers the tuners. The other thing you'll notice on the truss rod cover, you have Rick Beato's signature, which is pretty incredible too. The fact that he's in there. And I really like the whole concept of having him, and the fact that a YouTuber actually got a signature guitar. This guitar also comes with a case. The one thing I love about this case, when you put it in, it fits tightly. There is no left or right movement. There is no up or down movement. The case and the guitar fit perfectly. And to me, that's important, because I've had hard cases before where you get the slip and slide, up and down, side to side. You have those problems. This does not. This is absolutely perfect. Case candy that came with it. Most important thing was the Sweetwater candy. Okay, that was added because I got it through Sweetwater. But it did come with the Gibson multi-tool. It came with a picture of the guitar, and of course, all your other manuals, and of course, your truss rod adjustment tool and that type of thing. And it came with, also came with a Gibson strap as well. So overall, that's what the guitar is all about. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to go ahead and set up the mic, and we'll do some tones. I'll do some all clean tones. We'll do some chords maybe, and a little bit of lead or something. We'll see what we come up with, but that you can go ahead and see it. I'll be going through my Fender Deluxe Reverb amp. I'm using an SM57 mic, and that's going straight into the camera. The only other thing I'll have within the signal chain is I'll either use my Boss Reverb, my RV6, or the JHS delay pedal if I decide to do a little bit of that. But that should be just about it going through the signal path. So, without further ado, let me get some tones done for you. So, my final thoughts. Well, I am absolutely happy with this guitar. I couldn't be happier. If I was to say, is there anything that I'd like to see changed or different? The only thing I can think of, and even that I'm not sure of because I'm happy with them now, is have the exact same type of tuners they have, but make them locking tuners. Save time in changing strings, and of course we all know that does tend to help with tuning and help the guitar stay in tune as well. That would be the only thing that I would suggest would be nice if they had that on there. Again, absolutely happy with the guitar, and going to continue to play it, and you'll probably see it more because it is kind of fallen into one of my favorites between this and one of my PRSs. Absolutely great guitars. So at that note, I want to thank you for dropping by. If you made it to the end, I so appreciate it. Even with my guitar playing, you stuck around, which it will get better. Just give me time. And if you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel if you would, if you're interested in it. And if you have any comments on ideas or concepts you'd like to see me do going forward, how I can make my videos better, anything you like, good, bad, or indifferent, I always appreciate the comments. And again, thanks for dropping by, and take care.